Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the weekly comic roundup. We're most of the way through the roundup. Now it's time to go through most of this week's Batman books. Kicking things off, we've got Detective Comics number 1078. Yes. Where we left off, the Orgums were planning to hang Batman publicly. However, Catwoman was putting together a crew to rescue him. So the day draws near. The day has come where Batman will be hanged by the Orgums. The asthma is still he's still fighting the asthma, which surprises the Orgums to no end. Speeches given about the detriment of symbols and masks. Hours before, Cheshire and Leanne appear in the sewers to free the Orgums prisoners. Selena's plan goes underway, taking out Orgum guards. Cass also does her part taking care of Orgum guards. Setting things up, though, for a partner, Mr. Freeze. Also, who is, as per the wishes of those involved, using non-lethal means. It seems that the Orgums have realized that Catwoman and her crew are not just meaning to rescue Batman, but also to stop the Thelamis engine. And so one of the guards is sent to investigate. Azrael makes his presence known, taking on more of the Orgum guards in and wearing what appears to be his old bat suit, which that makes me happy. This time, though, mixed with his flaming sword. But the main Orgum guards that was sent to quash this attempt, turns out is able to take a werewolfish form. Selena makes her way into the Orgum's estates and is basically told that she can kill whoever she wants from the Orgums because their leader will not blink. And our A story ends seemingly with the order being given to hang the Batman. Our backup story focuses on Aiko. Aiko is having a date with another crime boss in Gotham. Currently her date, however, does not seem to be as principled about where her and her people operate. Basically, selling drugs right outside the gates of a private school. Aiko dwells on this and digs at her Catwoman costume, puts it on, and causes problems for her date, ruining her business almost entirely. And then telling her that her former date is beneath her. And that is where the issue ends. Things are definitely heating up in Gotham Nocturne. Obviously, Batman is not will survive his hanging, so though it does seem the asthma is beginning to take hold. Moving on though to our next book, we've got Harley Quinn number 34. Where we left off, Harley had been working with a multiverse private investigator to find out who it is that's been killing variants of her. And it seems that maybe it's the cosmic versions of Bud and Lou, who report their findings to Lady Quark. Apparently, Lady Quark has opted to create an algorithm, basically a Harley Quinn AI, and so back on Zero, Harley takes actual Bud and Lou for walkies, mainly because she needs to think about patching things up with Ivy, and she doesn't want to go home just yet. But they end up going into a Fox Tech store, and one of the tablets creates the Harley AI, and caused some mayhem, but Harley's able to, but it quickly ends itself. Harley has Bud and Lou hide in a dumpster and try to figure out what the hell to do now, and she tracks down Lux and tells them what's happened. Lux has done some further investigation into the evidence that was pointed towards. Been doing further investigation, and it seems that the DC vs. Zombies Harley has been killed. So they travel to that Earth, talk to Poison Ivy, who is literally the swamp, and Harley does say the wrong things to her, though, near the end, as Lux and Harley leave. Making their way through the multiverse back to Earth Zero. Harley tells an eye that they come upon that, has a few choice words, we'll just say. And then she returns home and seemingly crawls into bed with Ivy. However, it seems that their devices are picking up the Harley AI. Our backup, Harley ends up in a going through the ads of one of the old 50s or 60s comics, X-ray specs, Steve Monkeys, all that stuff. Making very amusing comments, and also taking him out to smash through the fourth wall. First coming upon the script, along with Harley versions of Clippy. Y'all remember Clippy, right? The little assistant thing for Microsoft Word. And then into then we see the storyboard that come up. And then she comes upon a, as she puts it, sexy Harley statue. And uses it to some smashing. Wakes up and does some more smashing. Or say she'll never forget sexy Harley. And that is where the issue ends. Interesting. The AI Harley is definitely an interesting plot point there. I can't imagine anything going wrong with someone like that. Not at all. Meaning, it's absolutely going to go horribly wrong. Moving on, though, to our next book, we have The Penguin, number 4. Where we left off, Penguin had recruited a group of group of former government-backed superheroes to be his enforcers. So the issue opens, he's headed to Vegas. Talk to his ex-wife, the mother of the twins, who've taken over the Iceberg Lounge since his death. His team is set up at various locations across from or within the casino in St. Clair. Oswald is apparently afforded the owner's suite, which is basically the entirety of the top floor. And he's been drinking heavily. But Penguin and his ex-wife have dinner, asking about, and well, some insults are lobbed, and the Help makes an attempt on the Penguin's ex, and her own bodyguard / goon knocks him out. Apparently, Major Victory was bribed, spilled on everyone's locations, and so the rest of the team is brought in. Penguin gets shot a few times, and his ex nurses him back to health after having shot him, and they actually do talk. Apparently, he's asking her to be his consigliere. Seems she likes the idea. The Help, meanwhile, makes a point of taking out her security enforcer, who had, well, seemingly bested him. After all, the Help is a man of pride. But that is where the issue ends. And apparently the Help knew he was supposed to be taken down by this guy, but, well, he didn't like it. So, yeah. Penguin is definitely a good book so far. Can't say the book I've been disappointed in yet. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got Batman Beyond Neo-Gothic, number 5. Where we left off, Batman and Kyle had ventured further down into Gotham, coming upon the Garden. Within the Garden are apparently analogs of Black Orchid, what looks to be Poison Ivy, as well as Swamp Thing. But Kyle finds the missing kids. Batman deals with the Garden itself. Also, Kyle manages to take down Black Orchid, and they discover what's really behind the Garden at this point. John Constantine. Batman and Kyle give John what for, and he told exactly where he can stick all his bullshit, and meanwhile Lumos calls up Beam, seemingly to brag that, yeah, she failed in trying to save older parts of the city, and sets off the detonation, or the demolition. But more of the city is going up than it's supposed to, and Lumos is freaked out because, no, his demolition was supposed to be controlled, not what's going on. But the children are saved from the garden. However, the massive spire of the garden has come up from the demolition that Lumos just did, and with them, the um, uh, fungal the fungal zombie Court of Owls, and that is where the issue ends. Interesting. Have to admit, from the cover, I was honestly expecting to see the Swamp Thing of the Future pop up, but okay, all right. Hopefully, that's hopefully something we can get further down the line. Moving on, though, to our last book for the moment, we have Batman '89 Echoes #1. So this is a follow-up to the Batman '89 miniseries from last year before, which I think I am missing the last couple issues of, sadly. So this takes place 2 years after the Batman '89 miniseries. 2 years since Batman and Harvey Dent vanished. Barbara Gordon is rising through the ranks of the Gotham Police Department, now to the point of captain. But the series opens with a bunch of thugs running from the GCPD. They abandon their car and seemingly run into Batman. One of them shoots Batman. The other two leave, and cops take in the guy that seemingly brought down Batman. Captain Gordon is called, and she looks, and yeah, it's not him. But Bullock wonders if maybe one of the things she inherited from her late father, former Commissioner James Gordon, was a masked enforcer. She didn't. The shooter who was apprehended initially seemed relieved to be arrested, and in interrogation freaks out with Captain Gordon having a hunch that apparently he's a vet, which he is. Later, Barbara goes to Wayne Manor, wanting to speak to Bruce. Apparently, Gordon figured out that Bruce Wayne was Batman. He kept a journal in case they got caught. He never doubted Batman's. He often doubted Batman's methods, but never Batman's motives. The one thing he never figured out: why, out of all the cops in GCPD, he had crazy guy in the mask come to Gordon. But one day, while looking for Barbara's baby pictures in an old scrapbook, he found the answer, realizing Batman was in fact Bruce Wayne. But an agreement was made that Bruce would hang up the cowl, and he's for 2 years he's followed it. But she wants to relay a message to Bruce, and Alfred says that sadly he can't relay the message because Bruce Wayne vanished about a month ago. Then at local Gotham TV channel, Dr. Q, aka Dr. Harley Quinn, is talking with Alicia, who was Joker's mistress in Batman. Apparently, she's not as dead as led to believe. One of the producers is, well, not exactly thrilled about this. But she goes on City Beat to plug the interview. And in the middle of it, however, a breaking news alert that The alleged bomber, who called himself Firefly, has been found, and marshals are going after him to bring him in. Marshals arrive and find him at a cabin. The place goes up. Marshals go to investigate. Find that the chair they thought they saw Firefly sitting in was a rocking chair that had a motor attached to it, so that it was automatically rocking. And, well, of course, there's a crawl space underneath the cabin. Firefly is found, tracked, and then shot by marshals and apprehended. Apparently heading to a cave with enough ordnance to take down a small army. Apparently, at Arkham Asylum, Dr. Jonathan Crane is making arrangements to see Firefly. Crane and Harley and Dr. Quinzel have a brief chat, and Crane even says, "Hey, if you want, you can meet. I can probably arrange for you to meet Firefly." It's clear that they both do not think highly of each other. However, Dr. Crane goes to speak to Firefly. Apparently, Firefly wished to speak with Dr. Hugo Strange, but apparently Dr. Strange is unavailable. That said, Dr. Crane worked with Strange, and in fact, one could call Dr. Crane Strange's disciple. Apparently, though, Crane points out that Firefly was roughed up pretty badly. Apparently, he explains that the judges said that he's too imbalanced to undertake his own defense, menace himself and others. And he would have killed the marshals if he could, because that's what he is, a weapon. It's Bruce Wayne. And that is where the issue ends. Okay, alright. I'll bet that last panel was kind of a surprise. Even with the whole, oh, he's been missing for a month. That was, I did not see that coming. Looking forward to seeing how this goes, and like I said, hopefully I actually managed to get the whole miniseries this time. But anyways, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.